This shop of mine has two doors. One garage door. This side I want to do something different. And here's the metal frame that this video is going to be about. Here I'm creating the back door, which will be a part of, this will be the first of 5 series videos that I will be doing and how I created this. The first of the series is just the metal frame with the hinges that go to it. The second series will be the wood and the ceiling and the finished work of the wood. The third will be the decorative nails and the finishing touch work on that. The fourth section will be of the locking mechanism and the exterior hardware. And then the fifth will be the insulation and the finished touch works, the sealing around the door and the weatherproofing. So here I am just marking the sections of where the hinges are going to go. I want to countersink these so that they sit flush. So when the door closes, it leaves no gap on the side. This is the bottom one. I started out trying to pocket these out with a multi-tool, and that was taking very long, and so I tried to use this router, and that worked a lot better. And here in this example, I'm showing how you don't want to do it. I did it kind of random pattern, trying to hold the router flat. The best way I found was to start from the left to the right and work my way from the one edge to the other. So I always had a flat portion to push the router on to keep it flat. And here I am just cleaning up the leftover pieces that I couldn't get with the router with the multi-tool. Since I made pockets for these hinge plates, I wanted to make the screws set flush as well. So I'm using some flathead screws, and this is me countersinking the holes so this screws sit flat. These are some bullet hinges or barrel hinges that I found at a local welding supplies store, and I've used these in the past. These are great hinges. They are easy to work with, and it allows you to customize the hinge in whatever way you want to. Here I'm using some 3.5 inch standard screws with some torque heads. I don't know if I like these, so I'm going to probably change these out in the future. The front two stripped out fairly easily, and I want to make sure that post is strong enough to support the weight of the door as I get more and more components on it. So I'm going to probably swap those out here soon. see I'm holding this up on the surface. I just let this sit on top. And then across the middle I have a bar that's clamped, that's lined up to both ends. So if I hold those to that, it should hold the bar in line with each other. And here I got a vertical post welded in. And I have both vertical, and you see there's a slightly larger section on the top. So I needed to cut one of those, both of the bottom bars, and shorten that a little bit to even up that gap. Made these corner brackets to help support the door as well, with all the weight that it will be on it. And at this point, all I'm doing is just tacking every piece on and together. What I'll do is I'll pull the door down and weld it all together here in a little bit. It took me a long time to decide how I was going to cover this with wood. I was thinking maybe some plywood with some panels or some lap siding. And I found these fence panels that were cedar, and I thought maybe a cedar door would be a good idea. So with it being cedar, the fence panels were a lot cheaper. With the fence panels being the choice of wood that I was going to use, I had to plan and strategize where I was going to put that cross piece. And that's what I was doing there. Here I'm adding some additional supports across the back of the wood panels that I was going to put on. So I'm adding 2 more across the length of the boards. And to do so, I put some metal tabs that I was going to mount these wood, and I ran some string line across to keep the tabs in line. Here I'm using some acetone to clean up the metal, prepping it for some paint. This initial painting I'm doing is just simply to give it a quick cover coat, and then what I will do is you'll see me lay it out in the lawn with some stands to get a full coverage coat on each door. Then of course I don't want to get paint on my grease certs, so I pull those out really quick before I finish painting. After a few coats of paint, that pretty much sums up the metal frame for the doors.